Hey everybody, it's War God 60, Kevin here. I got a vinyl hunter update for you. I was up in Fargo last week and I picked up a bunch of stuff, and but I was going to show this in the previous update and I forgot as far as the mail, but I had recently picked up a cassette of Angel Sword. Just some new way, or yeah, Angel Sword, Neon City on cassette. It's now out in CD. I'm hoping it comes out in vinyl. But I have two copies. If anybody's interested in the other copy, let me know and I'll be happy to send it to you. And then I got this yesterday, my first release. Well, my first physical release that I have received in the mail from Rox Records, The New Saint and The Calf. Great album. When I first put this in, it absolutely blew me away. Great album. 2020 release on Armor Records. And anyway, it is the Digipack here. So, I mean, Saint is rapidly becoming one of my favorite bands. But anyway, great stuff here from them. So anyway, now, again, what's playing is Pandora, Space Amazon. Let me get a little refreshment here. Let me do a little rearranging here. All right. Okay, anyway, so I was up at Orange Records, and I usually go through their recent finds bin, and which isn't a really big bin. They post a lot of it online on Facebook, and if you don't get up there right away, it's usually gone. And Matt is the owner, and great guy, younger guy. And he's been in business up there since 2007, so he's been up there quite a long time. Anyway, so I was going through the other bins, A through Z, and I hadn't gone through those in quite a while, and I'm glad I did, because there's some stuff that that intrigued me that I bought, and stuff that I had been looking for, and stuff that kinda I wasn't looking for, but it was there. So anyway, first up was a band called Queen City Kids and Black Box. This is a Canadian band, just some Canadian hard rock. I think they have 3 albums out. This was released in 1982 on Columbia Records. And then I'll show you this other stuff first before I do these. So anyway, love Street Art, and I usually don't find a lot in the wild, but since I was going through these bins, I came across this one, and I don't hardly ever, in fact, I've probably never seen this in the wild. Street Art, Meanwhile Back in Paris, from, let's see what year, from 78. Cover's in pretty good shape. It has a little split down here, but I can fix that up. This is on the Atlantic Records label. I love Street Art. Just some great Canadian hard rock. They should have been bigger, in my opinion, but weren't. So anyway, here's some Street Art. Meanwhile Back in Paris. I think I have 4 releases now. And then I picked up, I love this band, slowly but surely getting all their releases 10 years after Going Home. Their greatest hits. This came out in 1975. The great Alvin Lee. He is missed. It has really some great classics on here. I woke up this morning, Woodchopper's Ball, I'm Going Home, which was recorded live at Woodstock. Love Like a Man, Hear Me Calling. Well, one of my favorite 10 years after albums is the album Shh. First time I ever heard that, I think I was 13 and fell in love with it. It's been my favorite album ever since. But a lot of good 10 years after music. Definitely have that British blues hard rock vibe. And so picked up some more 10 years after. This is really a surprise. And I don't ever see this band stuff in a while. I came across one album here about a month and a half ago. I seen when I was at Orange Records, there were two albums from this band. I had the other one, but I did not have this, Gentle Giant Octopus. Kind of a unique album. This is an OG. Came out in 1973. Let's see, take it out of here. It has the jar edges here. Of course, you know, this is a jar with the top, the octopus in it. I don't like taking it out. It's hard to get the album back in. But yeah, Gentle Giant and the album Octopus. If you're not familiar with Gentle Giant, progressive rock, early 70s progressive rock. They got quite an extensive catalog. So yeah, I'm happy to pick this up. I love Nils Lofgren, always have. Especially his early stuff. In the band Grin. I love Grin stuff. It's absolutely great. But one of my favorite all-time Nils Lofgren albums is Cry Tough. Great album. Great guitarist. Of course, he's played with Bruce Springsteen and E Street Band for many, many years. And so I did have this one. This was released, I want to say, I think it was 1970 this was released. Then he put out a few Grin albums, then he went solo. But just happy to pick this up. This was kind of a blind buy, although I did have my phone with me, so I checked it out. This is from New York City band, Heavy Metal Kids. This came out in 1974 on the Atco Records or Atlantic Records, whatever you want. Just some hard rock, pop rock, but I mean, how can you not buy it when it has heavy metal in it? Early 70 or 74. So just happy to pick this up. I'm a huge Kansas fan, and this one I did not have on vinyl, and I rarely ever see it. And most of these albums that I'm showing you are anywhere from $5 to $10, with the exception of that Gentle Giant I got for $4. But Kansas, the spirit of the radio, or in the spirit of things, excuse me, from 1988 on MCA Records. This is a promo copy. Here's the insert. And so probably not some of their best stuff, but if you're a Kansas fan, you know, and you love Kansas, which I do, I usually pick up what I can on vinyl. This is the last one I believe I got from Orange Records, and I never see this. And this copy is absolutely VG plus shape. And I'm talking about the doors full circle. It's a gatefold. I think normally it is not a gatefold, but in this particular instance it is. It actually has, you can tear it off here and it makes a stand on your turntable, which I don't really care. It has all the knockouts there, so it's kind of nice to have a full version of this album with everything still intact. And also, so anyway, now I'm looking for the other. This is not with Jim Morrison, of course. This is after, I do believe. And yeah, it's after. Well, Jim Morrison wasn't on this one, but I'm just happy to pick this up. Now, I was first stop I made was over at Vinyl Giant, and these are two albums I had them put away because they got a really huge. He got a really huge punk collection in, and of course he posts all pictures online. There were two of them in there that I wanted, and he usually will put these aside for me. I don't ever see this. I have this. This came out in 2003, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, originally Toxic Holocaust and Evil Never Dies. It's on Relapse Records. Always happy to pick that up, part of that punk collection. And then this is not punk, but I've seen people show this. This is more death-orientated metal, Master, and the album Pieces. I think this is like their fourth album. I think this came out in 2003. Custom inners. So I don't venture too much into death metal, but this was there and I took a chance, picked it up. And then going through the bins, I don't see this one, and this has Robin Trower, band he was in, Procol Harum, and the album's Home, which is a gatefold. The back is kind of, or the front and back are kind of like a board game. Of course, you know, this has Keith Reed is a vocalist, Robin Trower lead guitar, B.J. Wilson drums, Chris Coping bass, and Gary Brooker voice and piano. So, but this is like my fourth Procol Harum, but I think this is my first with Robin Trower on it. Love Robin Trower. Some prog rock from the 70s. I think this is their fourth release. I do have 3 other releases from this band, but I don't have this. I seen it, I picked it up. Snarkastle. Definitely covers, definitely not like their earlier stuff. This is Reel to Reel. I believe this came out in 78, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 78 on CBS Records. And this was also part of the collection that came in that was punk. And at the time I really didn't give it much thought, but then I was going through it and I was reading what this was, and this is actually a bootleg, a Russian bootleg of The Clash. Give them enough rope. You can see it has the Russian wording on the back as well as the English. So I figured I'd pick this up. I don't ever see anything like this. It is on and it's just, that's all it is here. So I figured, why not? I like the Clash. I don't have a lot of Clash stuff, but figured to pick up this bootleg, and definitely it's paper thin, so definitely it is a boot. So anyway, Clash. And then I picked up some more Vanilla Fudge, and near the beginning, of course, it has Carmen Appice and drums. I love Carmen Appice's drum playing. Very good late 60s, early 70s, kind of hard rock, maybe a little bluesy rock, but some Vanilla Fudge. So I'm finally, I took the chance, and I'm starting to pick up this band's material. And this album, this cover is absolutely mint, and I couldn't pass this up. Supertramp and the album Famous Last Words, which came out in 1982 on A&M Records. So it's my first Supertramp. I know there's others that have most of the hits, but I like to be more a little obscure on the Supertramp stuff. So I'll pick this one up instead. And then I'd never see this. This is actually Randy Bachman and his brother and Brent Turner were known as Brave Belt. And this album was previously released as reprise album Brave Belt 2. So this is an OG, came out in 1974. Of course, after that it became BTO, Bachman Turner Overdrive. But it's actually in great shape. The album reprise. So I was happy to pick this up. I've never seen this. So it was something that I immediately snatched up. You ever go into the record stores and there's stuff that you just kind of, wow, really? That's there? I never would have imagined. That was one of them. Then I picked up reissues. I do have a lot of original stuff from this band, but I just been in a huge Led Zeppelin kick lately, and I've been picking up. I have two versions of In Through the Outdoor, which is A and C, so I need the B, D, E, and F, and G. But these are all reissues, of course. The debut, Led Zeppelin from '69. I have an OG of this one. I do have the OG of that. I picked up Houses of the Holy. Which I had to get. Then I picked up Led Zeppelin 3. I have an original pinwheel in here. This one doesn't have the circle here, as far as I know. My other one does though. So anxious to hear these here, hopefully this weekend. And then I picked up another In Through the Outdoor. This is a deluxe edition, 2 LP set, and I'm going to take this out, kind of show you what it is. Actually, I'll keep this, probably put it back in there, but it has the track listing on the back, and I don't think you can see it. Maybe you can, but I'll keep this. Of course, then it has, of course, the bag. This is the front, this is the back. And this actually, okay, version A. Which is basically the same color as the originals. And then this is all the original album with all the original songs. And then this deluxe part you get with it is this here, which are demos and outtakes. I love it. It's a good, really good package. Of course, it is on Swan Song. This is In Through the Outdoor, the companion disc. It has the Epic Carousel La Ramba, All I Give My Love, and no. So I figured, what the heck? It was a little bit pricey, but I figured, why not? But I am looking for those other letters, E, D, E, F, and G, preferably with the paper bag. If not, that's fine too, but I mean, I know finding them with the original bag is virtually hard and impossible, so I'll just take it as I get it. The last one I found, which was C, which was C, came with the bag. So, just happy to pick this up. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm glad I did. So, put her back in here. So that is In Through the Outdoor deluxe version. So anyway, guys, that is all I have for the Vinyl Hunter. I'm sure we'll have another episode here in a couple weeks or a month, but if you got any comments, leave them below and I'll try to get back to you and answer them. And anyway, so I want to wish everybody a Happy New Year and keep it going strong, VC, and we'll see you next time.